Shalom, Yasharala.
Shalom.
It's Great Millstone, New Orleans, coming back at y'all with another quick lesson. But before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the hopeful elect.
Shalom.
So today we're just going to go into the physicians and the purpose of healing. And really, the healing starts with this word, all right? Yahawashi is the word, who these heathen ignorantly call Jesus Christ. His real name is Yahawashi. He's the word, and this word is what heals us. Because our people are suffering right now. They're suffering from various physical ailments and mainly spiritual ailments. Not knowing who you are, not knowing why things are the way that they are, the condition of our people, the minds of these people. And this word, it gives you clarity and it heals you. But very soon, there's going to become physical miracles, physical healings. Brothers right now have ailments specifically to glorify the name of the Lord. Brothers are going to be healed, and these are things that are in the scriptures. These are things that are going to happen in these last days. It happened before in the Roman Empire, and this is the revitalized Roman Empire. So what does that mean? It's going to happen again. Matter of fact, let's start with John 9. You can come back to that, because there's examples in the scriptures of men that had ailments specifically to show the Lord's power in having them heal. Here it is, you have an ailment your whole life, you have a sickness, and you're wondering why. Well, they have men that are sick in these last days just to become healed by the men of the Lord. That's going to happen. You got it?
That's it. St. John chapter 9 and verse 1, he said, and as Yahawashi passed by, he saw a man which was blind from birth. He said, verse 2 said, and his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was blind?
Right, and this proves reincarnation, by the way. Our people understood in the ancient world that a lot of times you were born with a particular sickness, or you were born under a certain condition because of things that you've done in your previous life. So they were asking him, why was this man born blind? Is it something he did, or is it something his parents did? Now, if he was born blind, how could he be born blind because of something he did? Because of something he did in the prior life. And in these last days, you have men on the earth that are suffering for things that we've done in our prior lives, but you also have men that, well, he's going to tell you in verse 3.
Okay. St. John chapter 9 and verse 3 said, Yahawashi answered, said, neither has this man sinned nor his parents, but that the works of the Almighty should be made manifest in him.
That the works of the Most High should be made manifest in him. So there were men in Jerusalem, several men that were sick just so that Yahawashi could heal them. Apostle Peter, Apostle Paul, these men healed men that were sick to glorify the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi. And that's going to happen in these last days. You got it?
That accounted in Acts 2, I think.
Kind of get it. You can get that. That's in Acts 28. There's multiple accounts in Acts, because the men of the Lord, when they received the Holy Spirit, they were given power. And that's going to happen in Jacob's trouble. Normally when we go into it, various Israelite groups, specifically Great Millstone, because we're the prophets, we focus on prophecy. All right, a major prophecy is Jacob's trouble, which is a time unlike any other. There's going to be carnage, pillaging, there's going to be race riots, there's going to be martial law, there's going to be all of these things. And we talk about the downside, but as these things are happening, certain men are going to be given the power to heal people. The Lord's not going to have a bunch of great death take place and then not have any way to deliver his people out of it. No, certain men are going to be given the power to heal people. You got it? You can get Acts 28 and 6. You can get the John that you was going to get.
Yeah, okay, John 14.
Come on.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 28, verse 6. It says, howbeit they looked when he should have swollen or fallen down, that suddenly.
Can I read it again?
Howbeit they looked when they slacking. One more time. Acts 28 and 6. It says, howbeit they looked when he should have swollen or fallen down dead suddenly.
Fallen down dead suddenly.
Fallen down dead suddenly. But after they had looked a great while and saw no harm come to him, they changed their minds and said that he was a god.
Right. So if you see somebody fall and it looks like they fall to their death, but then they get up because a man of the Lord touched them, you're going to be like, whoa, that man's a god. That's what's going to happen in these last days. All right. The men of the Lord that are going to be given power, we're going to raise certain people from the dead. We're going to heal infirmities. You're going to have people that are just going to start walking that have never walked before. You're going to have people that have, one thing you have right now that's extremely popular, you have a lot of children that are born with different defects, different mental illnesses, and the Lord's going to heal these men. It's going to be like that. And the people that see it are they're going to bug out, man. They're like, that guy must be a god, which goes back into what? Our people are going to be willing in the day of our power.
That's the account I was talking about, dude. The one where it was the crippled man.
Mm-hmm.
Where Paul had
Yeah, there's multiple. Yahushua healed the yeah, you can get it. Yahushua healed the man who was crippled in the temple. Paul healed one. Peter. The Lord didn't just have it happen to one man or one time. He showed that this is a power that's going to come with being an apostle. All right, John. These men received power, and we believe that power is going to be restored unto the men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. We're not reading the Bible for nothing. We're not out here for nothing. This power is going to be given to us, Lord willing.
That's it.
You got it.
St. John chapter 14 and verse 11, it said, believe me that I am in the Father and the Father in me, or else believe me for the very works' sake. Verse 12, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father.
Yeah, greater works because I go unto my Father. So the works that Yahushua did, greater works are going to be done. We believe that. Now, when you read the miracles of Yahushua, it tells you that he did so many miracles it couldn't be written down in one book. So if we're going to do greater works than him, and his works couldn't even be documented, what does that mean? Brothers are going to receive power. And again, we fully believe this. We're fully persuaded in our minds. That's why we're out here. We don't just come out here for no reason to get views on YouTube. All right, the true prophets don't even get views like that, man. We're doing that. We're doing this because we believe, and we're showing the Lord our faith through our works. What you got it?
This the book of Acts chapter 14. I'm gonna start at 6. It says, they were aware of it and fled unto Lystra and Derbe, cities of Laconia, and unto the region that lied round about.
Mm-hmm.
And there they preached the gospel. And there sat a certain man of Lystra, impotent in his feet, being impotent in his feet,
mm-hmm.
being a cripple from his mother's womb, who've never walked. It says, and the same heard Paul speak, who steadfastly beholding him and perceiving that he had faith to be healed, said with a loud voice, stand upright on thy feet. And he leaped and walked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that happened, man. Now, when you go to these mega churches, a lot of these fake pastors, they try to recreate this. They'll take somebody that can walk and they'll have them pretend to be crippled. But this was an actual man that was he couldn't walk. He was an actual lame. He couldn't move his feet. And just because he had faith, the Lord healed him. And this is going to happen again. Multiple times, multiple brothers are going to heal men that are sick. And that's really who the Lord's dealing with. Getting Luke 5 and 31.
I got something real quick.
Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 10 and verse 1. It said, and when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal all matter of sickness and all matter of disease.
That's plain. To heal all matter of sickness and all matter of disease. All matter. That means the different things that brothers are going through right now. You know, certain brothers have sinus issues, headaches, you know, nearsightedness, farsightedness. Brothers have backaches, arthritis, cancer, all right, all sorts of issues. brother's gonna have the power to heal that.
That's it.
And it's all to glorify, like the brother read in John the 9th chapter, to glorify the name Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Because there's no other God that can heal you of random infirmities like that. Just boom, just like that. Just because you believe you're whole.
The twinkling in of an eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, Lord, I think that's in Deuteronomy chapter, I think it's 32 and 39 or somewhere up in there, where he said, I wound, I heal, I make alive. So Lord, he calls these things to happen. The Lord can make you sick. You know what I'm saying? The Lord can, you can come out, like I said, man, blind, and also he can turn right around and he can heal you.
Yeah.
He also, kill you also. So, the Lord is in perfect control. So, that's we're in the time of healing, in the time of great supernatural events that's getting ready to take place upon this earth. That's what we're constantly longing for each and every day. You got me.
God, the Lord, that's a beautiful point, because the Lord is the one that gives us infirmities in the first place, so he's the one that's going to heal us.
That's it.
And a lot of our people, they want to give the glory to Esau, the medical institutions. Oh, I took this pill, I did this surgery, I did this.
I was just finna say, which the Lord don't have to open your body to heal you, bro.
That's a beautiful point.
You can just speak a word.
I got that loop for you too.
You can bring that out. You had another one?
Yeah, I had another one. I mentioned that, quoted it. We'll go to it. I think it's Deuteronomy 32 and 39. It's this right here. So the Lord, he calls these things to happen. He said, Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 39 says, see now that I am he, and there is no power with me. I kill, I make alive, I wound, I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So, so the Lord can cause you to be sick. The Lord can cause you to be crippled, handicapped, whatever, but he also can restore you at any given time. He can do that. The Lord has the power. So one thing about it, he's in perfect control. So that's what we're constantly seeing each and every day. And one thing about these scriptures are constantly healing us each and every day. These scriptures.
Yeah. That his word is what heals us, man.
Yeah.
We're not healed by promises of America being made great again. We're not healed of just fairy tales, these other religions that don't have anything to do with restoring our people. All right, Christianity, Islam. All right, when you follow all of this madness, what is the end result? The so-called white man's still in power. Our people are still at the bottom, and we're still going through what we're going through. We have a lively hope. We're lively stones. We actually believe the Lord's coming back to deliver his people and establish a righteous society. Our hope is not in anything in his kingdom. There's nothing here that can move us.
That's it.
You got that, Luke?
Yeah. This is the book of Luke chapter 5 verse 31. It says, and Yahushua answered, saying unto them, they that are whole need not a physician, but they that are sick.
Yeah, they that are sick, man. That's who actually needs healing. Those that are sick. If you believe that you got it already, you believe you're perfect, you believe that you could do no wrong, the Lord's not dealing with you. The Lord's dealing with the men that are meek, that are humble, that are lowly, so that he can come back and deliver us, man. That's who the ministry's for. That's who the word is for, ultimately. You can't heal somebody that's already whole. You don't have anything wrong with you. That's the mentality of a nigger. That's the mentality of these people that scoff against us. All right, these people that are so-called Baptists. All right, I was saved in 1986. If you were saved already, why do you need a savior? That's why they come up against us, because they believe they got it. So the Lord's not dealing with them. We actually know we need help. We need to be delivered. We need to get out of here. All right?
They got it, but they still get sick.
Yeah.
They still subject to...
Yeah, they still paying taxes.
That's it.
You saved, but you paying taxes. Bugged out, man.
We still in the land of our captivity.
Yeah.
So, a lot of our people, thinking they free, thinking that they have good health. You know what I'm saying? You're not ruling the damn thing. That's why the Lord said, this is not your rest. This place is polluted, I think I got a little something right here.
You got it.
Psalm chapter 147 and verse 3 is straight to the point. It said, he healeth the broken in heart and bindeth up their wound. So that's what the Lord is doing, the broken hearted, the one that's meek, the poor, all the things that we've been through and stuff. The Lord is constantly, restoring us, and one thing about we know who we are, we know who our true power is, we know what time that we're living in. We know that the Lord is going to come back, with that great glory and great power, So right now we're seeing some amazing things right now. prophetic time that we're living in. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you know, we was out our mind. You know, we were sick in the mind at one time. You brought out over there. You know what I'm saying? We bugged out our mind. If you're not in the truth, you're sick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're sick in
You
the
sick.
head.
You got to get healed with this word.
Fine. And you got something?
No.
You get Malachi 4 and 2. We can end it on that. Because basically, man, if you don't know that there's something wrong with you, there's something wrong with you. All right, we need to be healed. We need to be delivered, and we need Yahushua. We need him to come back. And like the brother said, we healing right now with this word.
Yeah.
This word heals us spiritually and physically. We're going to be performing miracles.
That's
These things go hand in hand.
It give us hope.
Yeah.
Say 4 and 2.
Con.
It's the book of Malachi chapter 4 verse 2. It says, "But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings."
With what?
With healing in his wings.
Con. With healing in his wings, man. Yahushua is going to come back with a fleet of angels, which is, he's the author and finisher of our faith. When he shows up, that's it. We're never going to suffer anymore. It tells you in Revelation 21 that he's going to wipe away all tears. We're never going to die ever again. We're never going to suffer. Our family's never going to die. We're never going to take an L from the heathen ever again. All right, he's coming back with healing in his wings. So if you don't have faith in that, you're doomed and you're going to be destroyed. However, if you do believe, all right, hold fast, you know, have that tenacity, hold fast to that hope, and you're going to be healed. And just hearing this word heals us. All right, if you believe, all right, when you hear the word and you believe, that starts the healing process. And it's going to culminate with Yahushua delivering us physically.
The same thing in that Acts. He believed he was healed.
He believed he was healed. Perfect account. So with that, we pray you brothers were edified. We're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect.
Shalom.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Ababa Ball.
Kwame Yasharala.
Kwame Yasharala.
Shalom.
Shalom.